Hello O-level students. Today I am going to do Year-End Evaluation 2020 Department of Education over Province paper. So this is paper 1. You get 2 hours for this paper and you already know there are 2 parts for this paper. Part A and Part B. Part A you get 25 short questions and each question worth 2 marks. And in Part B you get 5 long questions and each question worth 10 marks. And spaces are given in this paper, so you don't have to ask for rough papers. So you can answer all the questions in the spaces provided. First page you get questions 1 to 5. Then you get 6 to 10. Then 11 to 14. Questions 15 to 18 and then 19 to 23, 24 and 25. Then you get Part B questions. So there also you have to answer all the questions. Question number 1, then question number 2, question number 3, 4 and then finally question number 5. So let's do this paper now. Let's do Part A. Answer all the questions on this paper itself. So spaces are given, so you have to give the answers in the space provided. Question number 1. Assessed values of a house is 80,000 rupees. Annual percentage rate is 8%. Find the rates to be paid for a year. So 8% of 80,000. 80,000 into 8%. 8 over 100. 2 zeros get cancelled out. 8 times 8, 64 and 2 0. So you get 6,400 as the rates per year. So you get 2 marks for this question. Question number 2. How many days 6 men will take to complete a work of 8 men done by 9 days? So how many man days needed to complete the work? Man days. 8 men can complete the work in 9 days. 8 times 9. 72 man days needed. But if there are 6 men, how many days needed? So same number of man days divide by 6, you get 12 here. So that means 12 days needed to complete the same work. So 2 marks for that question as well. Question number 3, find the value of x. This is a triangle, 90 and 40. What is 90 and 40? You get 130. So sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So 2x plus 130 is equal to 180 degrees. So what is 2x? Take 130 to other side. 180 minus 130, that's 50 degrees. X becomes 50 divided by 2. You get 25 degrees. So you get 2 marks for that question as well. Question number 4. The solutions of a quadratic equation x squared minus t equals 0 are minus 4 and plus 4. Find the value of t. So here when you take solutions, that means x equals 4 and x equals minus 5 and x equals minus 4. So what are the factors? X minus 4 is a factor as well as x plus 4 is a factor. When you take it to the other side, you can write as factors. So when you multiply these two, what you get? X squared plus 4x minus 4x minus 16 we can see that middle term get cancelled out. You get x squared minus 16. So x squared minus 16 is 0. So what is the t value? Compare the two equations. T equals 16. You get 2 marks. Question number 5. Fill in the blanks. In PQS triangle and QTR triangle, PQ is equal to QR. That's given. PSQ angle is 90 degrees is equal to QTR. That's also given. So you have to fill in this blank. PQS angle is equal to RQT angle. What's the reason? Vertically opposite angles. So you have to write down the reason. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So you get 1 mark for that. Then PQS triangle is congruent to QTR. What's the reason? 1 length and 2 angles. So angle, side. So 1 mark for writing opposite angles and 1 mark for writing the reason. Question number 6. The graph shows a motion of uniform speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Find the time taken to travel total distance. So here total distance is 100, but speed is given 25 kilometers per hour. So what is the relationship? Distance is equal to speed into time. So you need to find out the time taken. So what is time? You can write time is distance over speed. So distance is 100 kilometers and the speed is 25 kilometers per hour. So when you divide 100 divided by 25, that's 4 hours you are getting. 4 hours. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 7. You have given the index notation. Write this in logarithmic form. So 10 is the base. So how you write down in logarithmic form? Log 10 base. And this is the number. Yeah, this is the index. Index is 0.3010. What is the number? So 10 to the power this is 2. So number goes here. Log 10 base 2 is 0.3010. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 8. 2 fractions with different denominators. You are asked to simplify. So what is the lowest common multiple of 3x and 15x? 3 and 15. 15 is the lowest common multiple and x is there. So that means you have to multiply the first fraction by 5. So 5 times 1 is 5 plus. Here you don't need to do anything. Just you can write down 2. So 5 plus 2 becomes 7. 7 over 15x. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 9. Shade the area A union B. Union B is inside. So this is A and B. So you have to shade the inside of the 2 circles. That's the union. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 10. AB is a chord of the circle with center O. If AOB is 90 degrees, AOB is 90. AB equals 16. Find the length of OP. This length. So what can you say about this one? So here, the line drawn from the center, the perpendicular line drawn from the center to the chord is bisecting the chord. So P is the midpoint of AB. So these two lengths are equal. And that means this one part is 8. Then what else given? If this is 90 and these two lengths are equal, this is 45. This is 45 and this is also 45. 90 degrees, this is also 45. So that means these lengths are equal. Isosceles triangle. Can you see OPB is an isosceles triangle. PB is equal to OP. So PB we found 8. So what is OP? OP is also 8 centimeters because it's an isosceles triangle. So you get 2 marks for finding that. Question number 11. The diagram shows a net of a triangular prism. Using the data given in the diagram, find x and y. So 2 triangles are there and 3 rectangles. So this is an isosceles triangle, means this length is also equal. So what is that? So this is x and this is x. So how you find out the value of x? Here, can you see this is a rectangle? This should be equal to this. So x should be 5. And what is y? Here, this length, 2y, should be same as this length, 2y. That's 10. So 2y equals 10. Y becomes 10 divided by 2. That's 5 centimeters. So you get 1 mark for finding x and 1 mark for finding y value. Question number 12. In a certain school, 60 students sat for the O-level examination and they received mathematics results as follows. A to B to C to S to W. So these are the grades. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 2. When representing these results in a pie chart, find the angle at the center of the sector C. Only C value. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 parts of the whole thing. How many parts are there? 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. Out of 12 parts, C grades are 3 parts. 3 over 12 as a fraction. So how you find out the angle? Multiply by 360 degrees because around a point is 360. 3 times 4, 4 times here 936. So 90 degrees is the angle for the C part. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 13. Find the value of x. So parallel lines are given. We know this is a parallelogram. If this is x, this is also x. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. This is x means this is also x. Then if this is x, this is x. So what can you say? X and 130 is a straight angle. X becomes 180 minus 130. So you get, what's the value? 50 degrees. 2 marks for that. Question number 14. Find the lowest common multiple of algebraic terms 6a squared b and 4ab squared. So what are the factors of 6 with prime numbers 2 and 3? A squared b. What about 4? How can you write 4? 2 squared is 4 into ab squared. Now, when you are finding the lowest common multiple, you have to take the highest power of all the factors. When you consider 2, 2 to the power 2 is the highest factor. 3 just only once. A squared is the highest factor, highest power, and b squared is the highest power. So, what is the lowest common multiple? 2 squared is 4, 4 times 3, 12, a squared, b squared. So, you get 2 marks for that part as well. Question number 15. Find the common ratio of the geometric progression of the first term 7. First term is 7. And the fourth term is 56. Fourth term, T4, is 56. And this is a geometric progression. So, what is the fourth term? How can you write in terms of A and the common ratio? A into R to the power 4 minus 1. In minus 1, that's 3. So, we can substitute A and find out R value. Divide by 7. You get 56 divided by 7 is 8. So, 8 you can write 2 to the power 3. Same power, you can compare the bases. So, R becomes 2. So, the common ratio is 2 here. So, you get 2 marks for that. Question number 16. Find the value of APD. APD, that's X value, using the data given in the diagram. How can we find out? Here, can you see? This is a cyclic quadrilateral. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. What is the opposite angle? The opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So, this angle becomes 180 minus 105, 75 degrees. If this is 75, these two lines are parallel. This is 75 because of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal when the two lines are parallel. Now you can look at this triangle, X and 75. Those are the sum of opposite angles. That's equal to the exterior angle 105. So, what is X? X is 105 minus 75. You get 20 degrees, 30 degrees. When you subtract 5 and 5, 0. So, 30 degrees is the X value. Two marks for that. Question number 17. There are 30 ballpoint pens in a box. 4 of them are red. And randomly a pen taken out and the color was black. And probability is 1/5. Probability of getting a black one is 1/5. Find the probability the pen is not red or black. So here, any other color. So we know only probability of red is, here red is 4. So you can find probability of getting red from this. So 4 out of 30. 4 out of 30 is probability of getting red. So probability of getting black K is 1/5. So what is the total probability? probability of getting black plus probability of getting red is 4 over 30 plus 1 over 5. Convert to the same denominator, that's 30. That means you have to multiply this by 6. 4 plus 6 becomes 10. 10 over 30 becomes here 1/3. Now 1/3 for these two. What is the other probability? So other color is 1 minus this. So you can write probability of red, not red. So not red or black is 1 minus 1/3. So 1 you can write 3 over 3 minus 1/3. That's 2/3. So you get 2 marks for that question as well. Question number 18. Find the gradient of the straight line AB in the given diagram. So what is this point? So this is 0, 4. How you find out the gradient? M equals difference between y coordinates over difference between x coordinates. So what is the difference between y coordinates? 10 minus 4 over 3 minus 0. So 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 3, you get 2. 2 is the gradient of this AB line. 2 marks. Question number 19. In the given diagram, ABC triangle, AE is equal to EC. Put the correct sign in front of the correct answer. AD equals DB. AD equals DB. So when you add these two angles, we can see that's 180. Allied angles add up to 180. That means the two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel. Now, according to converse midpoint theorem, what can you say? When you draw a parallel line to the third side from a midpoint, the other side also bisect. So this is, D is the midpoint. So AD is equal to DB. That's correct, according to converse midpoint theorem. AB equals AC. We don't know. This length is not same as this length. But we can find out. No, we can't find out, because if this is an isosceles triangle, these two lengths are equal. But we can't find out this angle. So we can say it's not equal. BC is half of DE. Or other way around. BC is twice as DE, not half. So this is also wrong. So when you get at least 2 correct, you can get 2 marks out of 3. Question number 20. Matrix multiplication. So find the values of x and y. 1, 2. This is 1 row, 2 columns, 1 by 2 matrix. This is 2 by 2. 2 rows, 2 columns. Just check whether you can multiply. The columns of the first one should be equal to the rows of the second one. So that's equal. So what is the resulting matrix? You get 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 means 2 values. Here, one is x and the other one is y. So how you get this one? First row, first column. First row, first column, you have to multiply. 1 with 0, that's 0. 2 times 2, 4. When you add those two, you get 4. This one is first row, second column. You take first row and the second column. 1 with minus 1, that's minus 1. 2 with 0, 0. So you get minus 1. So according to the matrix x and y, x equals 4 and y equals -1. So you are getting 1 mark each. Question number 21. The points A, B, C, D, E are on the circle with center O. ABD is 70. Find the magnitude of CED. CED, this angle. How we are going to find out? Can you see AC is the diameter of the circle because O is on the AC point. If this is the diameter, what is ABC angle? This is 90 degrees. Any semicircle angle is 90 degrees. So if this is 90 and this is 70, what is this angle? 90 minus 70, that's 20 degrees. Now what can you say about this angle and this angle? Same segment angles. So CBD angle is same as CED angle, same segment angle. So what is CED? That's 20 degrees because of same segment angles. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 22. The volume of a base radius 14 of a cylinder is 3080 cubic centimeters. Find its height. So what's the formula? Pi r squared h. So you can take pi as 22/7. Pi r squared h. Pi is 22/7. Radius is 14. 14 times 14, and you need to find out h. That the volume is given 3080. So 7 times 2 here. So what is h? 3080 divided by 22 and 14. And 2 is there. So we'll divide by 4. 4 times 7, 28. 28 again 7. 770. Then you can divide by 11. 70. 70 divided by 14. So 7 times 2, 7 times 10. So 10 divided by 2, 5 centimeters. Because the volume is given in cubic centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 23. Calculate the length km. Sin 25 is given. Cos 25 value is given. Tan 25. So what is the ratio, suitable ratio to find out km? To this angle, this is adjacent. And this is hypotenuse. So cos 25 we need. Cos 25 is equal to adjacent km over hypotenuse 10. So km value is 10 times cos 25 value. What is cos 25? 0.906 multiplied by 10 means you move the decimal point 1 place to the right. So you get 9.06. This is in centimeters. So you get 2 marks. Question number 24. BD is the locus points of equidistance from AB and BC. So the angle bisector. The point T is 3 centimeters away from AB and equidistance from AB and BC. To AB line 3 centimeters away. So that means you have to draw a parallel line to AB so that it's 3 centimeters away from that. So this distance is 3 centimeters and this line should be parallel to this one. and it's on the BD line as well. So mark the point T on the diagram. So the intersecting point of the angle bisector and this parallel line is the point T. So you get 1 mark for drawing the parallel line and 1 mark for marking the point T. Question number 25. You have given 2x plus 5y equals 13. Find the value of x minus y without solving simultaneous equations. 2 equations are given. So how you are going to do? So x minus y. So when you add the 2 equations, what happens? When you add 2x plus 5y to 5x minus 12y, that's left hand side, becomes 13 plus 8 here. So here 2x and 5y become, 2x and this 5x becomes 7x. 5y and minus 12y, you get minus 7y equals 21. Now we need x minus y. Divide the whole equation by 7. X minus y equals 21 divided by 7 is 3. So straight away you get the x minus y value. So that's 2 marks for that question as well. So we did all 25 short questions and each question worth 2 marks, and make sure that you spend 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes for each question as well. Let's do part B. Part B also answer all the questions on this paper itself and you get 5 questions. Question number 1. When an item imports, the custom duty to be paid is 60% of its value. The imported value of the item is 80,000. What is the amount to be paid as custom duty? So 60% of 80,000. So 60% of 80,000 is the custom duty value. 2 zeros get cancelled out and you get 0, 0, 0. 8 times 6, 48. So you need to pay 48,000 rupees as custom duty for 80,000 value. Next part. What is the value of item after paying custom duty? So you have to add the custom duty value to the item. 80,000 and what's the custom duty? 48,000 rupees. So add these two. That's the total amount needs to pay. 0, 0, 0, 8, 4 plus 8, 12. 128,000 rupees. Then the next part, it says a loan of 50,000 with 10% annual compound interest to be paid within 2 years. Find the interest for the first year. So 50,000. What's the interest rate? 10%. So that's the interest needs to paid for the first year. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I forgot to cut this 0. So here 5,000 rupees. ₹5,000. Then the next part. Find the total amount to be paid after 2 years to release from the loan. Now this is compound interest. So what is the final value with the interest? 5,000 and 50,000. 55,000 is the initial value for the second year. So 55,000 and then the interest rate is 10%. So you can find out this is the interest for second year. you get 5,500 is the interest for the second year. So find the total amount to be paid after 2 years. So what's the amount? 5,000 for the first year, 5,500 for the second year. So the total amount is, the initial value is 50,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,500. Interest for the first year, interest for the second year, you have to add to the initial value. 0, 0, 5. 5 and 5, 10 and 6. 60,500 rupees. 60,500 rupees is the total amount to be paid after 2 years. After 2 years, unable to release from the loan, it paying 72,600 at the end of the third year, released from the loan. Find the interest charge for the third year. So what is the extra amount paid? So the extra amount paid for the third year is, this is 72,600 minus the amount needs to pay after 2 years is 60,500. 60,500. What's the subtraction? 1, 2, 1. 12,100 is the interest, extra amount paid for the third year. So they are asking what is the interest charge. So 12,100 is equal to, so the initial value is 60,500 into R percent. So you have to find what is the rate. So R becomes 100. Here we'll simplify first. These two zeros get cancelled out. 1, 2, 1. 12,100 divided by 605. So 20. So what's the rate? 20% charged for the third year. So let's give marks for the first question. So here we can start from the first page. Here, so what is the first value? First answer, you get 2 marks. And the second answer, you get 128,000, 2 marks. And third answer, 2 marks for 5,000. And the next part, you are getting 2 marks. And this part, you are getting 2 marks. So altogether, 10 marks for the whole question. Let's take question number 2. It's about area. A park consists with a rectangle ABCD. It's a rectangle. 70 meters is the length and semicircle with diameter equal to the length of the rectangle. Find the arc length of the semicircle. So here, arc length. What is the formula? So this is half of a circle. So half into 2 pi r. So half, here 2 and 2 get cancelled out. Pi into r. 22 over 7 we can take as pi. And what is the radius? 70 is the diameter. So half of 70, 35 is the radius. So 7 times 5, 5 times 22. 5 times 2, 10. 5 times 2, 10 plus 1, 11. 110 meters is the arc length. So let's give marks for this part. So you are getting 2 marks for that. Question number 2. The perimeter of the park is 350, the whole thing, outer length. Find the length of BC. So we can write this one, we found 110. So this is 110. So 110 plus 70 plus this length and this length are the same. So we can write 2 BC. 2 times BC, that's equal to 350. So 110 and 70, 180. So 2 BC is equal to 350 minus 180. So subtract 170. So what is BC? You have to divide this by 2. So you get 85 meters is the BC length. According to this one, actually BC is the length. The bigger length we call length, not the, this is 85 and this is 70. So BC should be the length. So you get 85, so you get 2 marks for that. Find the area of the semicircular portion. Area of this. So what is the formula? Pi r squared, but you have to divide by 2. Half of pi r squared. Half into 22 over 7 is the pi value. Radius is 35. So 7 times 5, this is 11. So 5 times 35, 175 multiplied by 11. What's the easiest way to multiply by 11? You separate out first and the last digit. 7 plus 5, 12, 1 remaining, and 7 plus 8, 7 plus 1 is 8, and 8 plus 1, 9. 1925 square meters. Then the next one. There is a walking path 1 meter wide along boundaries DA here and AB and BC. So only this side. So when you draw the diagram, there is a walking path like this. So walking path like this. What's the distance? It's 1 meter length. So this gap is 1 meter. It has decided to lay tiles of half into half square meters. So half is the size of a tile. On the walking path, find the number of tiles are needed. So let's take, if you consider rectangle separately here, this line and this line. First we'll find out for this rectangular part how many tiles needed, and then this part. So here when you take the width is 1, how many tiles needed to fix that? You need half and half, that means 2 tiles. 2 tiles this way. So what is this length? We found BC equals 85 and this length is 1 meter. So 85 plus 1, 86. So 86 divided by half, that means you multiply by 2. So how many tiles needed for that part? 86 times 2. 172. 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 8, 16 plus 1, 70. So 172 into 2. So total number of tiles so this is 172 times 2 for this part. So same thing on this side. So you have to multiply by 2. That's for these two areas. What about the upper part? This is 70 and this is 1 meter. So this is 2 and 70 divided by half. So that means 70 times 2. So 140. 140 times 2 for the other part. Because 70 divided by half means you need 140 tiles. And for the width, 2 tiles. So 140 times 2. So when you calculate this thing, you get the total number of tiles needed. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 7, 28. 2 remaining. 4 times 1, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. Plus 2 times 140. You get 280. When you add these two, you get total number of tiles. 8. 8 and 8, 16. 1 remaining. 7 plus 2, 9. 968 tiles needed. So let's see how many marks for this part. So 1925, third part, you are getting 3 marks. And for the fourth part, you are getting 3 marks. So we have given altogether 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 3, it's about fractions. Mr. Sampath won a lottery and bought a land by spending 1/3 of the amount he received from the prize and built a house spending 7/18 of the price. What fraction of total he spent to buy the land and build the house? 1/3 plus 7/18. What's the lowest common multiple? 18 is the lowest common multiple. So that means you have to multiply this by 3. This by 6. 6 plus 7, that's 13 out of 18 parts. So how many marks for this part? You are getting 2 marks. Part 2, after spending for land and house, he spent 2/3 of the remaining to buy furniture for house. What fraction of money he spent to buy furniture from the lottery prize? So what is the used amount? 13/18. So the remaining part is 1 minus. Remaining part is 1 minus 13/18. So you can write 1 as 18/18. And subtract this value, you get 5/18 is the remaining part. From that, 2/3 to buy furniture. So what's the fraction for furniture? 2/3 of 5/18. 2 times 1, 2 times 9. So 5/27. That's for furniture. So how many marks we can give for this part? 5/27. So 2 marks for that. After the above expenses, he deposited the remaining amount in a bank. So let's find the remaining amount first. What's the remaining? So 13 out of 18 and 5/27 is the total, and then subtract from 1. That's how you find out the remaining part. How you find out the value? So what's the lowest common multiple of 18 and 27? This is 9 times 3, 9 times 2. So 9 times 6 is the lowest common multiple. So 9 times 6 is 54. So that means this is multiplied by 3. This one multiplied by 2. Now simplify. 1 minus 39 and 10 becomes 49 over 54. So that means 54 minus 49. You get 5 over 54 is the remaining amount. So here it says if the amount he deposited in the bank was 945,000. So this part is 5 over 54 parts is 945,000 rupees. Now they are asking the amount of lottery winning. How you find out the total amount? To find out one part, you have to divide this value by 5 and multiply by 54. So let's do that. 5 times 1, 5. 44, that's 8. 45, that's 9. You have to multiply by 54. So we'll keep 3 zeros here and multiply 189 by 54. So 50 and 4. 5 times 9, 45. 4 remaining. 5 times 8, 40. 40 plus 4, 44. 4 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 4, 9. 4 times 9, 36. 3 remaining. 4 times 8, 32 plus 3, 35. 3 remaining. 4 times 1, 4. 4 plus 3, 7. Now add it. 10, 8 plus 4, 12, 10. So what's the final answer? 10206. How you read this value? The total lottery prize is 10,206,000 rupees. So how many marks for this part? So you are getting 2 marks to find out this fraction, remaining amount, and finding the value. 2 marks. Altogether 4 for this part, and we have given 10 marks for the whole question. Question number 4, it's about probability. 2 children are selecting at random for ministers from 4 boys and 2 girls. 4 boys and 2 girls for the student parliament in your school. Mark the sample space for the above events in the given grid. Take boys as B1, B2, B3, B4 and girls as G1, G2. So this is the first minister and this is the second minister. So what happens? You can't take the same position. Same person can't take both positions. So B1 you can't take. So B2, B3, B4. You can take that. Then B2 cannot take the same position. So B2 you can't take. All the other points are okay. B3 is the same. You can't take B3, all the other positions. B4 you can't take. Other ones okay. G1 you can't take the same thing. And G2 also you can't take the same position. So this is the diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 30 outcomes altogether. So how many marks for drawing this diagram? You get 2 marks. Encircle the event at least one boy selecting as a minister and find the probability of the event. So one boy, at least one boy means at least one boy for one position or both boys can take part. So what is the required part? So let's encircle boy and boy. And if it's boys are there, so whole thing you can take. This whole thing. And if it's G1, G2, girls are there, only boys part you can take, not the other one. So this is the required part. So only 2 points are away out of 30. So 28. So what is the probability of getting that event? 28 possibilities out of 30. You can divide by 2. 2 times 14, 2 times 15. So 14 over 15. So how many marks? 1 mark for that. And the next one, if nomination of a boy was rejected. So one boy got rejected and the ministers were selected from the remaining children. Complete the incomplete tree diagram to show that the above information. First minister can be boy, girl. Second minister also boy, girl. Now how many boys are there? So one boy got rejected. So 3 boys. 3 boys and 2 girls now. So altogether 5. So out of 5, 2 girls and out of 5, 3 boys. This is for the first minister. Then for the second one, you can't take the same boy. So altogether 4, 2 over 4. Because 3, from 3, 1 already has selected. So 2 over 4, this is 2 over 4. This one 1 over 4 and this is 3/4. Because one girl has already selected here. So this is the final tree diagram. Write the relevant probabilities in the tree diagram. So how many marks for showing all these information? 3 marks you are getting. Next part. Find the probability of not selecting a girl for at least one minister post. Not selecting a girl at all for at least one minister post. So what are the possibility? Not selecting. So that means not getting a girl for the minister post. So what is the only possible path? This path. Both positions are run by boys. So 3/5 into 2/4. So you get 3/5 into 2/4 is the probability of not selecting a girl for at least one minister post. So you get 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 over 10. So how many marks? You are getting 3 marks for this part. Selecting the correct path. Let's do last question, question number 5. It's about statistics. The distribution shows the number of leaves obtained last year by servants in a certain institute. In these leaves, calculate median. So this is not arranged in ascending order. So you have to arrange this data set in ascending order to find out the median. So what is the lowest? I can say 3 is the lowest. Then 4, 6, 7, 8. Then what's the next one? 12. Thirteen, 1, 2. Then 14. Then what's the next one? 15 twice. 1, 2. Then 16, 17. 16, 17. 18, 20. That's the data set in ascending order. Then how you find out the median? You can cross it out. That's the easiest way to do. So you can cross out from the corners to get the middle number. So 13 is the median. And find out the interquartile range, you have to find out the first quartile and the third quartile. So here, when you take the first part, again you cross it out from the corner. You get Q1 as 7. And when you take the other data points, you can cross out these values and get the middle value. So 16 is the third quartile. So the difference between third quartile and the first quartile is the interquartile range. So what is interquartile range? 16 minus 7. That's equal to 9. So how many marks for finding the median? You get 2 marks. Finding interquartile range, you get 3 marks. Part B. The pie chart represents information about marks received by a group of students answering to a science MCQ paper. The marks are given out of 40. The number of marks received between 17 to 24. 17 to 24 is, this part is 10. What's the question? Find the total number of students. So how do you find out the total number of students? So first we have to find out what's the total. Here 5x, 5x, here 10x, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 8, 20x is 360. So 20x is 360 degrees. And what is x? 360 divided by 20. That's 18. X means 18. So 5x means 5 times 18. 5 times 18 is, this is the angle. So 5 times 18 means 90 degrees. So 90 degrees represent how many? They are 10. 5x means 90 degrees. 90 means 10. So what about the full circle? Full circle means you have to multiply by 4. For 360, you need to multiply 90 by 4. So 10 times 4, 40 students are there in total. 40 students. So let's give marks for this part. So here for this part, for 40 students, that's 2 marks. Next one. Calculate the angle at the center of the sector of circle as x. We already found what is x. 18 degrees. So x equals 18 degrees. And the last part, how many children are there in the class interval? 33 to 40. So 33 to 40 is 8x. So let's see. X is 18 degrees. Multiplied by 8. That means 8 times 1, 8 plus 644 degrees. So 90, again we can take the previous one. 90 means 10 students. And what about 144 degrees? 10 divided by 90 multiplied by 144. So you get 0, 0. 9 times 1, 9. 54, 9 times 6. So 16 students in this interval 33 to 40. So how many marks? For these two parts, x equals 18, you get 2 marks. And we have given, how many marks we have given for the whole question? So we have not given marks here. So 3 and 2, 5 marks given here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and only 1 mark we can give for this part. So we have given 10 marks for the whole question. So we completed paper 1, and this is last question in part B. So make sure that you take 12 minutes per question in part B questions and less than 2 minutes for part A questions. First, do the paper and then make sure that you watch my video to check your answers.